I was the person who had gone through this, and that is just making me so emotional. Because it's just really hitting home everything that I've said about how hard it is to deal with it. Honestly, there is nothing stronger in the world than a woman.
Okay, here's why I decided to create the video that I created on rape in the way that I did. So in our society, and I mean the Pakistani/South Asian society, there's a very big deal surrounding honor, self-respect, dignity, and all these other things, which really have a deep psychological impact on those who are raped, and they do not want to get justice because of it. I wanted to stand in solidarity with those women by speaking about this issue from a first person's perspective, and to speak about it loudly and clearly. Because the message I wanted to get across is, it is not the fault of the person who was raped, and if they want to speak about it, if they want to talk about it, if they want to get justice, honestly, that is like, first of all, so difficult as a South Asian woman, and we need a hell of a lot more of it. We need people who are going to speak about what they've been through so something can be done about it. Now, I'm not saying this woman should come forward at all. I mean, it's completely up to the victim, you know, whether they want to speak about it, whether they want to come forward. But it is so important to actually fight for justice. And I think if we as women stand in solidarity with each other, we support each other, we make it so loud and clear that this is something we are going to address. We are going to have these conversations. We are going to raise our voice. It is going to make a difference. It is going to make a difference within our societies. So no, it's not me. I am not the victim. And if you watch the whole video, which, you know, people clearly didn't do, if you watched the whole video, you would have known that, because I made it very, very clear at the end. But the idea behind it is that I could have been, or your mother could have been, your daughter could have been, your sister could have been. That is the idea behind the video. It's all of us. It impacts every single one of us. It means that none of us feel safe sending our daughters out. None of us feel safe sending our mothers, our sisters out. But even, seriously, because of hearing things like this, it actually affects women's progress within a society so much, because it hinders them from wanting to go out, wanting to get jobs, wanting to travel. It has such a deep psychological impact. Women should not have to come out openly and speak about their experience of rape. They should not have to, unless they want to raise awareness, they want to create support groups, all of that stuff. That's fine, but they definitely should not have to at all. The police should be providing them with justice. But if they do want to come out and speak about it, we should not look at it as though their reputation or their honor has been affected. Why don't we look at rapists like that? Why don't we look at them as though they are dishonored? I don't understand, this whole thing about reputation and honor. That is the thing I'm trying to fight over here by speaking about this so openly. That is the thing that annoys me, because I think that is the main reason people don't fight for justice. And I don't think this is just one incident that has happened like this. I think incidents are happening like this throughout so many countries of the world, including the UK. And I think there's a massive rape culture. Massive. And I think it's perpetuated by music videos, by the sexualization of women in media, in magazines, and all over the place. There is no excuse. The men who rape women, there is no excuse about, I don't think this is just a one-off case. I think we are living in a massive, massive rape culture. It's massive. Did you know that approximately 80% of rape victims don't even report the crime? They don't even bother going to the police. And this statistic is taken from the US Department of Justice. So just imagine how bad it would be in different South Asian countries. And on top of everything, on top of women having to go through all of that, they would be actively discouraged by their family members or members of society from seeking justice, speaking about this, even going to the police and talking about it. And the police, with their misogynistic, patriarchal mindsets, would be like, where were you? What were you wearing? And doing all kinds of victim blaming. It's just a vicious cycle that victims of rape are stuck in, where society isn't helping, their family members or, immediate family might not be helping, the police aren't helping. It's just like, where do you go? Rape culture is not something that's a problem just within South Asian countries or just within India, Pakistan. It is a global problem. It is prevalent throughout Western countries. It takes place throughout Africa. This is a global problem, and it is our problem. Oh, it's honestly so exhausting being a woman sometimes. Like, all I have done is raise awareness about this issue. This incident. And I have been receiving so many crazy DMs from people telling me that, why am I speaking about this? Why am I opening my mouth about it? It's not my story. It's not my story, so I don't have the right to talk about it. All I will say is that my message was loud and clear, and anyone who actually took out the time to watch the entire video would know exactly what I was trying to do, exactly the impact that I was trying to make. And I did not spread any falsehood or any false information. I made it clear at the end that this is something that's happened to a Pakistani woman, and that Pakistani woman is not me, but I stand in solidarity with her. That is what the whole message was about. You know what? I felt like taking the video down. I felt like deleting everything associated with it. Anything that I had associated with this rape incident, I just wanted to delete. And then I thought to myself, you know what? No. Because that is me giving into the misogyny. That is me giving into the rape culture. They don't want us to talk about it. They don't want us to open our mouths. Honestly, if there is anything in the world that is worth me dealing with hate, negativity, any kind of disrespect, it is justice. Justice is worth everything, including my life. One last thing. I'm not even the person that this incident has happened to, and the handful of people that have, messaged me or spread misinformation about me or reached out to me after that misinformation. It's been so traumatizing dealing with those comments, and I just think, imagine if I was the person who had gone through this, and that is just making me so emotional. Because it's just really hitting home everything that I've said about how hard it is to deal with it. Honestly, there is nothing stronger in the world than a woman who has gone through something like this and survived it.